Dr. John Davidson here with Elite Performance. We've been working with Sarah. This is Sarah Johnson here, one of our Olympic weightlifters, and she's been complaining of some low back pain. Well, we have an old video. One of the first videos that I did was on core stability with Meg. So if you have any questions on core stability, go watch that video. We're going to focus today more on the hip, because a lot of times when people have low back pain, they're getting motion out of the lumbar spine because the hip is tight or not moving like we want. And in this case, Sarah, her left hip moves really well, and the right hip still moves really well, but not as well as the left. Because of the discrepancy between one and the other, we know that that's probably where the main issue is coming from. So I haven't shown any of these exercises to her yet. So to show you how easy they are, we're going to go through them right now. All right. So the first thing I want you to do, I always want people to warm up. So whether you're on a rower or go for a run, whatever it is, break a sweat, get moving. And the next thing I love are goblet squats. So I want you just, in your normal squat, just sit in the bottom of the squat, and you're going to do 5 or so of those, and just sit in the bottom. Yeah, pause. So go to the bottom, sit there. Now, if you have a limitation in your hips, you may see a shift from one side to the other. You can't see it if you're doing it. So go to the bottom here, shift your weight one side, shift your weight to the other side, feel around in there, move your hips in, move your hips out, just get them going. She's under load. That's only 15 pounds. It's not heavy. So it doesn't have to be a ton of weight to get a lot of gain, right? So keep the weight light. We're just warming up, getting in that motion, finding all of the different areas of the hip, trying to explore, and do a few that way. How's that feel?
Definitely feel it, but when you took a pop, it feels like your hips need to pop. It's
Yeah.
weird.
That's a normal feeling. She said she feels like her hips need to pop. A lot of times you'll feel that whenever there's some type of limitation or there's something going on, you'll always have that sensation of needing to pop. That's totally normal. Okay? Don't stress it out. It did pop that time, so there you go. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is go into a lunge. So we won't go into a full lunge, and I'll do it this way so you can see it better. One knee down, one knee up. You're gonna let that knee go out to the side, and you're gonna lower yourself down and back up. Most of the time when I give this to people, they'll feel a stretch through the adductor muscles, which a lot of times are a huge limiter in squat depth and hips in general. So you're just gonna go into it and back up, all right? Just like that. Do it with this hip.
This hip.
Forward, so flip. This is the hip she's having the issue in. And really try to shove that knee out. How do you feel?
I definitely feel a stretch.
Feel the stretch right
Here.
there. It's awesome. I've actually seen a lot of videos from other clinicians who've done this kind of stuff where they talk about that muscle as being a big issue for squat depth for people. This is my favorite way of stretching it, outside of like doing a big split, but I may kill myself if I do that. All right, so do 2 more. Good. So I want y'all to pay attention to this movement, because this is going to lead directly into the next exercise. All right, so set the weight down. From right here, you're just going to let that leg come out, and you're going to come sit down. So you're 90 degrees here, basically.
Pretty close.
Close enough. If she's not close enough, comment. Tell her how off she is. All right, so from here, we're going to do basically the same thing. You're going to lean into it with weight. Come back out. One thing you'll notice is a common theme. You don't see a lot of static stretching. Static stretching is good, and there's a place for it based on the issue. But if we're trying to gain motion deep into a hip capsule, because that's most of what she's lacking, is hip capsular mobility. Keep going on. And I find that when you load the joints and load the muscles with weight, they respond better and open up better. And according to the research, that's a lot of what's trending now, as to gain more motion more efficiently, because you'll gain it, it's under load, and then you'll keep it. How many times have you stretched to get shoulder flexion, you get all this motion, you go to sleep, you wake up and it's gone? Well, you didn't do it under load, you just did static stretching. So we've got to do something to reinforce that movement pattern. All right? Good. Well, there's 3 things. If you really want to use this motion a little more, I don't like to give people a whole lot of exercises. These are my kind of bread and butters. The other thing that I like to do is from this position, you're going to roll over. So you've gotten motion, you've used weight to do it. Now let's kind of exercise that motion. So you're going to let that knee come up. Pick your foot up, bring it to here. Good. Let that knee come all the way out. Pick this foot up. Yep, just like that, but don't use your hands. You saw that she tried to cheat. All right, go again. Good, there, and there. The slower you go, the harder it is. And it's so deep. You feel that deep in the hip, don't you?
Yeah, way up in here. Because it gets way deep inside.
Yeah, and that's a great way to get into that hip. All right, so try those out. Most of the time when people have low back pain that I see, it comes from the hips. The hips get super tight, especially as people are Olympic weightlifters, power lifters, anything of that nature. You load the hips a lot. They're the main movers of everything that we do. And the low back just tends to take all the brunt of it. All right, so get after your hips. Try these few tips. Try these exercises. Let us know how they work for you. And we'll see y'all next time.